to the small chambers back behind here. Order members. Now let me, first of all, put the question, which is that the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021, be now read a second time. That is the question. No, sorry. Let's start first with the mover be called upon to reply. That was a particular question. So let me repeat again on record that the mover be now called upon to reply. All right? Now there'll be two sets of voting. You will vote electronically for those who have cards. And so that we do not disenfranchise members who have not come with cards today, we understand the circumstances, will be allowed to vote manually.
And those who are voting yes,
Other members, members know their thing. So I'm sure it is you are sufficiently guided. So we will take that now. So those voting yes will come to the right of the speaker, and those voting no, that is the position. To the right of the speaker, those who are voting yes. Those who are voting no, to the left of the speaker. That's the position. It does not matter. Maybe today you would have wanted to be nearer, but that is the tradition of the House. The ones voting yes always vote to the right of the speaker. And those who have your cards ready, we will be voting electronically. So what you need to do, those ones who do not have cards, just come. Just a minute.
but it won't be a next step. So what's the next step? What's the next step? To remove the cards.
Now, order members, order. Order. Honorable Nasir, put on your mask properly. Now, members, remove your cards. Remove your cards. Log out, honorable members. Those who have cards, log out fast. Yeah? Order members, please resume your seats. We will vote manually, all of us. So you will be called out and you will vote. Everybody, honorable members, because most of you don't seem to have cards. So majority, so let's do a manual one.
Let's go manual, yeah.
Yeah, take your seats. Take your seats. Take your seats. Take your seats. We are going to start immediately. So let's have the register quickly. Please take your seats. Everybody seems to be.
Members at the National Assembly in this special sitting taking their position in the voting process. This will be manual voting process. The Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Cheboy, has just directed that members put themselves in order to enable them participate in this manual voting. This is in accordance to the question that has been put, that the mover of the bill be called to reply, and this will require the two sides to declare their positions, whether they are objecting to that particular move or they would like the mover of the bill to be called to reply. This is a special sitting, and this morning the members began debating on the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021. That is the only bill in the order paper this morning. It is a bill that has elicited varied reactions from the members and factions of political parties, raising issues on a number of the clauses in the bill, among them the formation of coalitions and the political parties,
members, we need two tellers, one for ayes, two each, two for ayes and two for nays. And clearly, we just hold on. And all the members who will be voting aye will be to the right of the speaker, and then they will come and have their names recorded there. Those ones who will be voting nay will be to the left. And then they will also record their names very clearly, because maybe 70% of the members do not have. So we'll have two tellers. No. Now, and sit in your places, please. Just to the left and to the, yeah.
This is the division process currently ongoing at the National Assembly. This is in accordance to the move by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Moses Chiboi, that the mover of the bill be called to reply, but it has necessitated the House to go on division for the members to decide or make their decision on whether they would like the mover of the bill to be called to reply. And this will see members vote on either side, whether they would like or not. And this one will see members who will vote yes, perhaps go to the right side of the speaker, and those who will be objecting those who will be objecting to that particular move, then they will be moving to the left side of the speaker and record their names. That is what is currently happening at the floor of the House. Members deliberating on which side they will be taking at this particular moment. It is a crucial moment. It is a crucial bill. It is a bill that has seen the House sort of divided this afternoon, but the debate began this morning, and the members have to be keen on the decision they are making, because as each member rose to give their opinions and their views, then each and every individual had their own opinions on this particular bill, those in support and those who were objecting it in totality. So here it can be called a game of numbers, because again there are two sides, those who were supporting it and those who are saying that it does not conform to the Constitution. Some questioning the time that it has been brought to the floor of the House. Remember, these members were on a long recess, the annual long recess of about 7 weeks, but they were called to this particular special sitting just to enable this particular bill be debated on. It is supposed to be ready or passed in a period of about 6 months to the general elections. So like I told you earlier on, it's a game of numbers that political factions have to lobby for their members to make a wise decision, for the two sides to get the numbers, the requisite number that is needed for the bill to go to the next stage. It is a crucial moment. Members, they are still lobbying, still deliberating. Some perhaps in the middle, not knowing which side to go to. Others already decided. But at the end of the day, it's a game of numbers. Remember, it is a bill that has elicited varied reactions, leaving the House divided. And it is actually a bill that is likely to take, or rather to go on for the rest of this particular day. Like I told you, it is the only bill on today's order paper. And the members will have to be keen on each and every move that they make before the floor of the House this afternoon. Some of the issues that members who stood to give out their views on the bill this morning, all the way to the afternoon hours, is on the issue of coalitions. Again, the issue of formation of political parties. Clause 13 of this bill provides for the amendment of Section 21 of the Act to provide for both the suspension and the registration of a political party and the applicable process for suspension or the registration, where members who agree to this particular bill say that it is an opportunity for political parties or other members of a political party, in case a political party has been deregistered, then still protects everyone. This is in contrary to what the Political Act of 2011 said, and they were saying that this particular bill, especially this particular clause, allows for members of a political party to benefit or to be protected in case a political party is deregistered. Members, they are saying that this bill will actually protect everyone and that it should be voted for. Clause 14 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 22 of the Act to provide for the continued holding of an office established under the Constitution by a person elected to that office after the deregistration of the political party to which that person belongs, whether or not the person joins another political party or remains independent of any political party. Some of the issues that members are objecting to, or that has caused the House to be divided, include the time. MPs here resting against time to dispense pressing matters, including election-related laws before re-election jitters jolt their operations. This is a bill that is sponsored by Majority Leader Amos Kimunya. The bill seeks to reintroduce coalition political parties where constituent parties retain identity but form a coalition party, as opposed to the current situation. It also seeks to replace political party with coalition of political parties. The bill provides that in case of a coalition political party, the coalition agreement must be submitted at least 6 months to an election. The coalition party will be registered in the office of the registrar of political parties. This is according to the proposed law. It also provides that a person may be expelled from a political party if he or she contravenes any provisions of the constitution of a political party, in this case prohibiting party hopping, which is a situation that has been seen happening in the country with regards to political parties and party hopping. Members there still deliberating, still lobbying on which position they would be going to, or which side they will be taking on this particular step, whether the mover of the bill be called to reply or no. So this is a crucial moment, this is a crucial time. And because it's a game of numbers, remember this is a bill that has elicited a lot of reactions on basically what it entails and what other members purport it might cause in the forthcoming general election. Then these two sides, those who are for yes and those who are for no, need to be careful on what they will be voting on. A recap on the 27 clauses that this bill has is that Clause 2 of the bill proposes to amend the Act by replacing the definition of political party, which again, this is an issue that members who rose on the floor of the House took an issue with. Some saying that the definition of a political party cannot be changed. But the bill proposes that the definition of political party be replaced with a new definition, and to insert new definitions of coalition political party, direct party nomination, indirect party nomination, and statement of ideology that are consistent with other proposed amendments to the Act contained in the bill. Clause 3 of the bill proposes to insert a new section on the roles or functions of a political party, including recruitment and enlistment of members, nomination of candidates for elections, promotion of representation in Parliament and County Assembly of special interest groups, promotion and enhancement of national unity, mobilization of citizens in political decision-making, solicitation and articulation of public policy priorities, and shaping and influencing public policy. This clause also proposes to insert a new section to provide for the reservation of a name, slogan, and symbol by a political party for 90 days. Clause 4 of this bill proposes to amend Section 5 of the Act. This is the 2011 Act, to provide that an application for the provisional registration of a political party shall be done after the reservation of a name, symbol, and slogan, and the lapsing of the reservation of the application is not done within 90 days of the reservation of the name, symbol, and slogan. The House is currently on the division stage. Currently in the chambers, members are enlisting themselves on either yes or no side to allow the bill move to the next stage or be halted, belled temporarily. Remember, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Cheboy, put the question on whether the mover of the bill be called to reply. But this is a crucial stage. This is a crucial bill that has necessitated members to take a vote on this. This is manual voting. Those who are for yes to move to the right side of the speaker, and those who are for no to move to the left side of the speaker. But lobbying is currently still going on. This is a stage where the House requires a simple majority, where if more members endorse the debate, the House moves to debate the bill for a period not less than 3 hours. This is a stage where the House requires a simple majority, where if more members endorse the debate, then the House will move to debate the bill for a period of not less than 3 hours. So lobbying has to continue. The two sides have to be keen on who wins the game. This bill is the only business of the day for members of the National Assembly on this day of 22nd December of 2021. It is the second day of these special sittings that were convened by the Gazette Notice number 13599 of 17th December 2021 to allow members dispense with a number of bills that are of national concern, among them this particular bill, which has elicited a number of reactions, some questioning the timing, some questioning the agenda. And that is the business on the floor of the National Assembly this morning. Lobbying continues for members to get the numbers for those who will vote for yes, for the debate to continue and the bill to go for the next stage, or for the bill to be halted, though temporarily. This is a bill that needs to be passed 6 months before the next general election. It is still on the second reading stage, and the mover is yet to be called to reply. Now this will depend on whether those for yes will get the numbers or those for no will get the numbers. Clause 6 of the bill proposes to amend Section 7 of the Act to provide that one of the conditions for full registration of a political party shall include the address of the official website of the political party, and also to provide for the procedure to be followed for the registration of a coalition political party. Clause 7 of the bill proposes the amendment of Section 8 of the Act to include the slogan of a party as one of the factors to be considered in making a determination whether or not to register a political party, and to increase grounds upon which the registrar may decline registration of a political party. Lobbying continues. This is a crucial moment, as well as a crucial bill. This is a special sitting that was reached out in accordance to Standing Order 29 that whenever during a session the House stands adjourned, whether or not a day has been appointed for the next meeting, the Speaker may, on the request of the Leader of Majority Party, remember this is a bill that has been moved by the Majority Party of the National Assembly, Honorable Amos Kimunya, that on the request of the Leader of a Majority Party or the Leader of Minority Party, appoint a day for a special sitting of the House. This is the second day for the special sitting that the members were recalled from a long recess. National Assembly is actually expected to resume its sittings for the 6th session on the 25th of January 2022. But remember, there were a number of legislation that needed urgent deliberations necessitating this special sitting. So this Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021 was one of the agenda that members will be considering in these special sittings. According to Standing Order number 29 on special sittings of the House, is that the Speaker may allow a request under paragraph 1 if the Speaker is satisfied that the business proposed to be transacted relates to the matters specified under Standing Order 61. This is on special motions or other urgent and exceptional business as the Speaker may allow. The Speaker shall, by notice in the Gazette, notify the members of the place, date, and time appointed for the special sitting of the House. The Speaker of the National Assembly shall in writing notify the Speaker of the Senate of the date appointed for the special sitting. Remember, the special sitting are for both houses, the National Assembly and the Senate. Clause 9 of the bill and Clause 10 of the bill proposes to amend the Act by inserting new sections to provide for when a member of political party shall be deemed to have resigned from the political party and the grounds for the expulsion of a member of a political party from the political party. Clause 11 proposes to amend Section 16 of the Act to provide for the publication of the information required under that section in the political party's official website. Members are still deliberating on what exactly or which side they will be taking. It is about a few minutes to 1, and the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly will be directing on the next step. But this is a crucial stage. It is the division stage that requires members to decide on whether the mover of the bill be called to reply. The bill is still on the second stage, and the outcome of this particular division then will determine the next stage on which this particular bill will take. But again, remember, this is a crucial bill. This is a bill that has elicited reactions and thereby requires the numbers of each particular faction, those who are against it and those who are in agreement with it. Clause 12 of the bill proposes to amend Section 20 of the Act to provide that the notification of proposed changes or alterations to the constitution of a political party shall be made in one newspaper with a nationwide circulation instead of two newspapers, and in the official website of the political party. Clause 13 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 21 of the Act to provide for both the suspension and deregistration of a political party and the applicable process for suspension of deregistration. And this is one of the clauses that those who are for this bill were saying it will actually be protecting everyone in a political party should the party be deregistered, unlike before where some political members were left out. But they say this particular clause in this particular bill will be protecting everyone in case that party is deregistered. Clause 14 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 22 of the Act to provide for the continued holding of an office established under the Constitution by a person elected to that office after the deregistration of the political party to which that person belongs, whether or not the person joins another political party or remains independent of any political party. So these are some of the positives that those who are for this bill say it ought to pass and it ought to be adopted. Clause 15 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 25 with regard to the disbursement from the political parties fund. Which says 70% of the fund proportionately be distributed by reference to the total number of votes secured by each political party in the preceding general election. 15% of the fund proportionately to political parties based on the number of candidates of the political party from special interest groups elected in the preceding general election. And that 10% of the fund proportionately to political parties based on the total number of representatives from the political party elected in the preceding general election, and then 5% for the administration expenses of the fund. The funds for a political party is yet another element that those who are for this particular bill say it will be addressing some of the issues that have been experienced before by political parties who were in coalitions on matters of distribution of funds. Clause 17 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 29 of the Act to provide that the publication of a political party's sources of funds shall be made in one newspaper with a nationwide circulation instead of two, and in one official website of the political party. Members are yet to give the direction on what or which side they are on. Division is what is currently happening on the floor of the House at this moment. A question had been put on whether the mover of the bill be called to reply, but this being a crucial bill, it has necessitated for members to vote on it and take a manual vote. The decision that will be reached out at this particular moment will define the next stage that this bill will take. Clause 20 of the bill proposes to amend Section 34 of the bill to provide for an additional function of the registrar, which shall be keeping and maintaining a register of members of political parties. The certification that independent candidates in an election are not members of political parties. Certification that symbols intended to be used by independent candidates in an election are not similar to symbols of registered political parties. Certification that names appearing in a party list presented by a political party during an election are the names of members of the political party presenting the party list. Another function for the registrar that this bill is proposing is on the regulating of political party nominations and training political party election agents. The Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021 is the only business in the order paper for the morning session on the special sitting. And members in the early morning hours debated on it, ventilated on it. It is still on the second stage. And the outcome of this division stage then will determine the fate of this bill. Clause 21 of the bill provides for the insertion of new sections, that is 34B and 34C in the Act, to provide for the use of technology by the registrar on the management of political party records and the powers of the registrar in respect of political parties' records. It is a bill that has 27 clauses, and some members have been raising questions on some of these clauses. Some have been raising questions on the timing, why the bill had to be discussed on this particular moment or at this particular time when the House had proceeded on a long recess. It is a bill that has been moved by the Leader of Majority, Honorable Amos Kimunya. Clause 22 of the bill provides for the insertion of a new part consisting of new sections on political party nominations, including methods of conducting nominations, the establishment of structures by political parties for the conduct of nominations, the participation of registered members of a political party in its nominations, the accessing of the register of members of the political party during the political party's nominations, the procedure for the conduct of direct and indirect party nominations, the vetting of candidates contesting party nominations, and the period within which political party nominations disputes should be resolved by the political party. The bill also outlines roles and functions of a political party, that a political party may recruit and enlist members, nominate candidates for elections, promote representation in parliament and county assemblies of women, persons with disabilities, youth, ethnic and other minorities and marginalized communities, sensitize the public on the functioning of the political and electoral system, promote and enhance national unity, mobilize citizens into participating in political decisions, as well as solicit and articulate public policy priorities as identified by its members and shape and influence a public policy. This is a special sitting of the bicameral parliament. This is at the National Assembly that was convened via Gazette Notice number 13599 of 17th December 2021. What is currently happening on the floor of the House is the division stage. Members to decide on whether the move of the bill be called to reply or not. So members continue enlisting themselves accordingly, either in support or in objection to the commencement of a debate on political parties amendment bill 2021. Normally the House rises by 1 p.m., but it's now 9 minutes past 1 p.m. And the timing has since been taken over by events on the floor. Upon conclusion of the exercise, Deputy Speaker, Honorable Moses Cheboy, is expected to issue directives ahead of the afternoon sitting. Remember, this is the only bill in the order paper that has been for the morning session in this special sitting. And normally, during House business, the House rises by 1 p.m. But as you can see, members continue to enlist themselves accordingly, either in support or objection to the commencement of a debate on Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021. So upon conclusion of the exercise, then Deputy Speaker, Honorable Moses Cheboy, is expected to issue directives ahead of the afternoon sitting. It is a bill that has gotten the House divided as it elicits varied reactions, mostly on the formation of coalitions, the timing of the bill, the political parties, the definition of a political party with something that the name cannot be changed, or the definition of a political party cannot be changed. Members seem to be taking their seats now. Earlier on, they were all over the floor of the House. But right now, most of them seem to have made a decision. On whether the debate should go to the next stage or not. Clause 23 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 40 of the Act to provide that the Political Parties Disputes Tribunal shall also hear and determine disputes relating to political party nominations. This particular clause also provides for the hearing of disputes relating to coalition political parties to be heard by the internal political party dispute resolution mechanism and appeals to be heard by the High Court and Court of Appeal. This is a special sitting of the National Assembly on this day of 22nd December 2021. And the business on the floor of the House is the debate on the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021, which commenced this morning on the morning session. And it is the bill that was, or rather the only bill that was on the order paper for the morning session, and it is likely to take the better part of the afternoon of today's afternoon session, because this bill is still on the second stage. Members have been debating on this bill since morning, giving varied reactions, opinions, and views on its provisions. The bill says a person may be expelled from a political party if that person contravenes any of the provisions of the constitution of the political party. A political party shall, before expelling a member under Section 1, accord such a member a fair opportunity to be heard in accordance with the internal party disputes resolution mechanism prescribed in the constitution of the political party. This one is in line to expulsion of a member from a political party. A person may be expelled from a political party if that person contravenes any of the provisions of the constitution of the political party. And before being expelled, the political party shall accord such a member fair opportunity to be heard in accordance with the internal party disputes resolution mechanism prescribed in the constitution of the political party. Clause 24 of the bill provides for the amendment of Section 45 of the Act to provide that the enlistment of a person as a member of a political party without the person's consent shall be an offense. That the enlistment of a person as a member of a political party without that person's consent shall be an offense. The bill also says that a political party shall, within 60 days after being issued with a certificate of full registration under Section 7, submit to the registrar a written declaration giving details of all assets and expenditure, including all contributions, donations, or pledges of contributions or donations, whether in cash or in kind, made or to be made to the initial assets of the political party by its founding members in respect of the first year of its existence. The bill is at the second reading stage. And members have been enlisting themselves on either of the two sides that are available, either yes or no, and will determine on the next stage of this bill those who are for that the debate to continue on this particular bill, and those that are for the bill be halted for one reason or the other. Remember, the debate on this bill has been ongoing since morning around 10, where the House commenced its business of the day on this second day of the special sitting. And the outcome of this particular division then will determine whether the bill will proceed for the second stage or will be halted. Clause 26 of the bill provides for the amendment of the second schedule to the Act to provide that the constitution of a political party shall provide for the address of the official website of the political party. Some of the clauses on this bill seem to be rather okay with the members, but a number of the clauses have been questioned, and that is what some of the members are against. For
Order members, now you can, order members, take your seats. Order Honorable Gladys Wanga
is now calling the
and
House to order.
Order Honorable Sankok, you can now take your seat somewhere.
What has been
Let
happening
me
is
give
that
you
members have been
opportunity to take your
enlisting
seat, at least for you,
themselves.
Honorable Sankok. Sit somewhere. Okay. Then you freeze. So, honorable members, we have the results, and of course we expect the tellers to report in the usual manner, and then I'll make a brief communication on way forward in terms of many things that either are going to be done or not going to be done today. So let's have the reporting first, then I make a brief, and then we make a decision. Let's have the reporting first.
Honorable Speaker, The results of the division are as follows. The ayes 113, the noes 68.
Let's have the results. Okay. Honorable members, the motion which was that the mover be now called upon to reply was voted in this manner. 113 for ayes and 68 for nays, so the ayes have it. And honorable members, this is a brief communication that I'm making. And honorable members, well, we will, you obviously will, in fact, you will reply after I make this communication. It is important. It is important. So this is the communication. Now that we have concluded the division exercise and the mover will be called to reply immediately after this communication, I wish to give the guidance before putting the question on second reading later. The following members had filed amendments to the said bill by close of business yesterday. The Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs, the Honorable Savula, Honorable Kimani Ishungwa, the Honorable Caleb Kositany, the Honorable Daniel Tuitoik, Honorable John Kiarie, Honorable Alice Wahome, Honorable Aden Duale, Honorable Godfrey Ososi, Honorable Owen Bayer, Honorable Silvana Zosoro, Honorable and Honorable Didimas Barasa. Given the short notice between the filing of the amendments and the publication of the order paper, some of the amendments were not included in the published order paper. Subsequently, additional amendments have been filed today by at least 4 additional members. Honorable members, looking at the nature of the amendments, further in view of the fact that they are seeking to amend almost all clauses of the bill, in addition to proposing new clauses that shall amend the Principal Act and its schedules, I need to invoke Standing Order 131, which states, and I quote, "Where after a bill has been read a second time and before commencement of committee of the whole House, amendments have been proposed to it, which in opinion of the Speaker requires harmonization, the Speaker may direct that any member proposing an amendment to the bill to appear before the relevant departmental committee dealing with the subject matter of the bill to present his or her proposal of amendments. Committee shall submit report to the House on the result of the exercise before the committee of the whole House is taken." The amendments harmonization process is critical in ensuring that all the proposed amendments are in order as contemplated by the Constitution and by our own procedures. So, honorable members, the Committee of the Whole House stage on the bill is automatically deferred to allow harmonization of the multiple amendments proposed to the bill. Subsequently, today's afternoon sitting shall be suspended and shall therefore not take place. Order, honorable members, order. All members having amendments are to appear before the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs for harmonization of the amendments. The committee is further required to engage the critical stakeholders, including officials of political parties, particularly in view of the fact that both houses of parliament represent over 21 political parties in the country. The committee shall then table the addendum contained in the outcome of the harmonization process. The House is duly guided. Now, this is what we are going to do. The mover will be called upon to reply, and then we will put the question on the second reading, and then we will not have an afternoon session. Mover be called upon to reply. Order, members. Order. 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 No.
We need to put a question. You need to be here.
The Gazette was to cover the entire business.
Why
up
don't
to
you
the
raise
afternoon.
an point of order?
Yeah.
Let's extend time.
Let Karuma raise on a point of order.
Let him reply.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Yeah? Yeah. Can you reply?
After completion of the minor voting, so to speak, where members of the National Assembly have been enlisting themselves into either yes or no side. This is in regards to whether the House proceeds to debate the Political Parties Amendment Act of 2021. The voting was as follows: 111 members of Parliament enlisting themselves to the yes side, and the nay side having 68 members of Parliament opposing the debate to that particular bill. Thereafter, the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Honorable Moses Cheboy, giving his ruling that the House will not be having the afternoon sitting on this day, and that members of Parliament, 6 members of Parliament who had sought to have their amendments included in the Political Parties Amendment Bill, a report by the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, be considered before the committee, the Speaker ordering that the Jailer Committee plans and indeed carries a sitting for harmonization of those particular amendments by the 6 MPs before the committee tables its report before the floor of the House. What is happening before the floor is that a lot of deliberations are currently going on, and The Speaker having moved that the mover of the bill be called upon to reply. After the mover replies to that call, the House will be adjourning until such a time when another special sitting may be called before the 25th of January 2022, when the House is supposed to resume its business. The directives by the Honorable Deputy Speaker of the August House is pursuant to Standing Orders number 131, where the bill has been read for a second time, and therefore commencement of a committee of the whole and amendments have been proposed to it, which in the opinion of the Speaker requires harmonization. The Speaker may direct any member opposing to an amendment to the bill appears before relevant departmental committees dealing with the subject matter of the bill to present his or her proposed amendment to the committee, thereby submitting a report to the House on the result of that particular exercise before the committee of the whole is taken. This happening to be a very contentious bill, garnering a total of 68 members of parliament opposing to the bill. Among them, due to some of the propositions in the bill, that among them is that a member is deemed to have resigned from his political party and indeed may be ejected if they happen to sort of endorse the ideologies of a rival political party. Members opposing some of the provisions in the bill will now be moving to the Muturi Kigano-led committee to table the amendments before the chair submits the report of the committee. There has been issues in regards to that particular bill. Some members opposing that there has been issues to do with public participation that some allege was not properly carried out before the committee. But we heard the Deputy Speaker, Moses Cheboy, ruling that out and indeed telling members that the committee indeed carried out public participation. The mover of the bill will be replying. This is pursuant to the call by Honorable Member for Limuru, who had stood on a point of order requiring that or requesting that the mover be called upon to reply. And the times being 1:36 p.m. when the House is supposed to have risen on a normal occasion, the House is expected to have the mover of the bill reply, and thereafter the Speaker will be putting the question where members will be voting yes or no in regards to the bill moving to the second stage completely, to have members sort of debate on that particular bill. And according to the directives by the Speaker, is that the House will be discussing and deliberating on the bill on a particular date. According to the order paper, this particular bill was scheduled to move to the committee stage in today's afternoon sitting, but bearing in mind that that will not be taking place, the bill of members of parliament will be moving again. It's time to ensure that this particular bill either passes or is rejected. We had various comments by members of the National Assembly opposed to this particular bill, who have a feeling that in the event the bill is passed, then the country will be witnessing a case where some section of the political parties will be moving to court to stop the implementation of this particular bill. On a normal occasion, if this bill is passed by the National Assembly, is then expected to head to the Senate for consideration. But bearing in mind the House is ill-timed in matters pertaining to passage of this particular bill, we might witness another special sitting of the National Assembly to finalize on this debate. This happening to be a special occasion where the sitting in the afternoon, as stipulated in today's order paper, the House was supposed to be sitting in the afternoon, but that will not be happening as the divisions and the mixed reactions in the House have forced the Speaker to annul today's afternoon sitting, indeed ruling that the House may be called at a later date to probably consider the bill before the House resumes its normal sitting and the sixth session. The bill proposes to add functions to the register of political parties. This is in line with keeping and maintaining the register of political parties, the certification that independent candidates in an election are not members of a political party, certification that symbols intended to be used by independent candidates in an election are not similar to symbols of registered political parties. The other thing is the certification that names appearing in a party list and presented to the political parties presenting the party list, regulating political party nominations and training of political parties' election agents. Section 40 of the Act, providing that the political parties' dispute tribunal shall hear and determine disputes relating to a political party's nomination. This intending to realign the nomination exercise in political parties. Clause 23 also providing for the hearing of disputes. This is in relation to coalition of political parties to be heard by the internal political parties dispute resolution mechanism. Also, appeals to be heard by the High Court and the Court of Appeal. Earlier on, before or after the 2017 elections, we had the register of political parties channeling monies through our parties, and one of the issues raised by Kiminini, Member of Parliament Chris Omalwa, is that affiliate parties of coalitions had issues in the distribution of monies. And in him supporting the bill, he says that the register of political parties will now have the mandate to transfer funds, be it as it may, to the smallest political parties in a coalition. Section 24 of the bill provides for an amendment of Section 45. This is of the Political Parties Act to provide for the enlistment of a person as a member of a political party without a person's consent shall be an offense. The bill will also, according to the provisions, the bill presented by the Leader of Majority in the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Kimunya, will also have concerns with the county governments. And these concerns are in terms or in relations to Article 110, subsection 1A of the Constitution, that provisions that affect the functions and the powers of the county governments shall be set out in the 4th schedule of the Constitution. Article 101, subsection 1B of the Constitution provides that the bill relating to the elections of members of the County Assembly shall be a bill concerning county governments, and to this extent, the bill, among other things, provides for the circumstances under which a member of a political party may be deemed to have resigned from a political party, and this includes members of the County Assembly, and further making consequential amendments to the Election Act number 224 of 2011. This is a bill concerning county governments within the meaning of Article 110, subsection 1A of the Constitution. In the current political scene in the country, we have witnessed members of a particular party, so to speak, promoting ideologies of a rival political parties, and that has necessitated some amendments to the Political Parties Amendment Act of 2021 to sort of curb that. According to the bill, a person who suppresses or attempts to suppress any lawful political activity of another person commits an offense and shall, on conviction, be liable to a fine not exceeding 1 million shillings or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or both. Members of the National Assembly currently taking their place, and any minute from now, the mover of the motion may be taking his substantial position to reply on the matter before the Speaker puts the question, necessitating members to vote on the debate, conclusively moving to the second stage, where members are expected to debate on this particular bill before the committee moves to the Committee of the Whole and is passed by the House or rejected. You remember that a couple of members of Parliament have raised concerns. This is regards to the consideration of the amendments to this particular bill, and therefore, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Moses Cheboy, ruling that the committee gives them an ear by the 6 members of Parliament will be considered by the committee before the
thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, based on your ruling, as we proceed, Mr. Speaker, as we proceed to have the mover to reply, I'm rising on a point of order. Mr. Speaker, once you have made a ruling that we are not going to have afternoon sitting, but Mr. Speaker, my concern is that the afternoon sitting of the House was gazetted after the request by the majority leader. And so, Mr. Speaker, a sitting of Parliament once gazetted, a sitting of the House once gazetted, Mr. Speaker, cannot be called off, Mr. Speaker, unless by the leave of the House, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, we have a properly constituted special sitting this afternoon, the 22nd of December, 2021. It is only by leave of this House that a special sitting can be called off, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I'm asking you to reconsider your ruling, because the standing order number 1 only provides and gives the Speaker the authority to make determination on matters that are not clearly spelled out in the standing order. But, Mr. Speaker, on the issue of special sitting and having been gazetted, you cannot, Mr. Speaker, call off a sitting of the House unless with the leave of the House, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, my request is that we have our sitting in the afternoon begin from 4 p.m. this afternoon, Mr. Speaker. We have to sit from 4 p.m. this afternoon, Mr. Speaker. 2 hours is enough for the committee to consider those amendments, Mr. Speaker. We have 2 hours from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. to reconsider all these amendments and harmonize them. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please. Order, members. Please take your seats. Order. 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 Order, members. Take your seats. Now, honorable members, now I'll tell you this, that we have come this far. This is something that we have been grappling about since morning. We have been in consultation with membership and leadership, and they agreed on a few things. Because if you look at the committee of the whole House, it is with leave of the House. Even if you asked that we come in the afternoon, which is of course possible, with only 5 members, we are not able to proceed. Now, so sometimes, and honorable members, it is not this. There is nothing that is lost. It is only that it is taken to another day, and where you have numbers, you will always have your way. And if I had made this decision alone, I think it would be something that I would be discussing differently. But this is something that we consulted on every step. Because, order, members. Order. I will tell you. I will tell you. So honorable members, there is absolutely nothing that if you want us to make that attempt, for example, you will come in the afternoon and the results will be the same. So what you are saying, honorable members, order, honorable members. Order, there are some members I'm going to ask to leave the House if we do not respect. So this is a position that is very clear. Maybe you need to look at your standing orders now. If it is that you want to come in the afternoon as a cosmetic exercise, that would be absolutely fine. But there will be nothing that we will achieve out of coming in the afternoon. This is extremely clear. And let me tell you, just to inform you, honorable members, it is the majority leader who asked the Speaker to call this sitting. Yes. So you keep consulting because the details are clear. The thing that we intended to achieve as a House is this, is this, that after the reply, honorable members, order, honorable members, that after the reply by the majority leader, we go to the vote on the second reading. And that we will have achieved the second reading, so we'll only come for committees, and the committees will have harmonized. Will have harmonized everything that they are required to harmonize, because these are amendments that are before us. That is the position. There should be no any, I mean, I do not see what is contentious about that. So let's ask the leader of majority to reply, and then we get to the second stage and proceed. Honorable Kumunya, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I want to thank members this morning for the rather excited debate on this bill that is meant to bring sanity to how political parties are managed, to protect the interests of members within those political parties, to protect the interests of political parties within coalitions, and to ensure that not a single member will be expelled by a political party without the right to free administrative justice. Honorable Speaker, members did ask in terms of clause 10, and I want to disabuse this confusion. The current Political Parties Act of 2011 does not have a provision for fair administrative action. The current bill has provided for fair administrative action on a member being expelled. Honorable members, in terms of training of members by the Registrar of Political Parties, there is a proposal that has been made, and indeed, I do agree that perhaps we may not need the Registrar of Political Parties to do the training, and that may well be the subject of an amendment. A member did raise the issue of party register versus IBC register. And I want to confirm that what this bill intends to do is to cure the mischief where political parties do not have even a register and are relying on IBC to conduct their primaries. So only members who are in a political party will be eligible to take part in a primary for that political party. Honorable Speaker, in terms of the timing for the bill, I believe this is a time. It has taken us 10 years to revisit this bill. The courts have ruled that we need to define political parties. And that was in a case of the Political Parties Forum versus the Registered Political Parties in 2016. And hence, this bill cures that problem. So, by and large, this bill is good for each one of you, irrespective of your political differences right now. And, Honorable Speaker, I leave it to the House to decide. I beg to move. I beg to reply.
Honorable members, order, honorable members, listen to me clearly. Listen to me clearly on this particular honorable members. We are going to put the question. But before we put the question, I reiterate that this matter of the committee of the whole House would come with leave of the House. 5 members objecting would make it absolutely difficult for anybody to. So, and let us put it this way. There is nobody who has won or lost. You will have an opportunity to win or lose when you vote. So if you feel aggrieved, you still have the opportunity to vote. So I put the question, which is that the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021, be now read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? When is have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. The ayes have it. And now, Now you can read the bill.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Political Parties Act and for connected purposes.
Order, honorable members. Time being 1:59 p.m. This House stands adjourned till Tuesday, 25th January 2022 at 2:30 p.m.